and good morning, YouTube. What's up? What's happening? Okay, so let me start off. It's been a minute since I did a video. Your girl has been busy trying to get a lot of stuff done. I don't know where to start. I can't remember where I left off. I think I was putting up my Christmas tree like that. Thanksgiving came and went. I might insert some clips on that. My birthday came and went. I might throw a little, couple pictures at you on that. It's been a lot. So let me just kind of give a quick little rundown of what's been going on. As y'all already know, I already work one job. And we've been in our slow season, so it's been kind of slow, but these bills are still coming in, you feel me? Okay, so I decided to kind of jump out on my faith and apply for this job that I've been wanting for years. Since I really moved to Nashville, I've been trying to get this specific job. I've literally prayed on it for years, been wanting it for years, went to school for it, everything. But I never, for some reason, could never get the position. Well, let me tell you how things work out. So I'm literally sitting at home and I get an email about the position I've been wanting. They have openings available. Me at the time, I'm like, I already got enough going on as it is, being a single mother and everything. But I want to jump out here and just see what happens. I something was in me telling me to try it again. Lacey, try it again. A couple days went by. I'm like, I know I'm not gonna have the time to do it. It's gonna be a lot on my plate. I'm already dealing with a lot. It's gonna be too much pressure on me. So that night, before I applied, I called my best friend, told her about the position, and I told her I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump out on the leaf and just apply, just to see what happens. You never know. I put my application in that night. That next day, didn't hear anything back. I don't think I heard anything back the day after that. That Monday morning, I woke up with an interview offer for this position. Like I said, I put my application in several times, not even offered an interview option, not even to be offered options for an interview. I got the interview offer this time. So of course, I was excited, but I was like, I'm not going to get overly excited because, you just never know. You never know who's applying for it. You just never know. Once again, stop, prayed on it. Lord, if this is meant for me, let it be for me. If this is what you have in stock for me, let it be for me. If you see me in this position, Lord, I'm asking you to let me have it. Allow me to have it. That was my prayer. Left it alone. My interview was on a Wednesday. I woke up. I'm going to insert a clip. I woke up early that morning. I was ready. I was up, dressed. Had Malachi up, dressed super early that day. Had him off to school. Took my shower. Got my clothes on. Did my makeup. I did the whole nine. I was ready. I was determined. I'm going to get this position. I'm going to get it today. Had my interview. Interview went great. And normally I'm the type of person, I get very nervous when it comes to interview. I'm not a big person on speaking in public or when it comes to business type relation things or something like that. I'm not real big on that. But once again, I prayed and manifest before I even had the virtual interview about the job. God, be my footsteps, go before me. If this job is in your will for me to have, let me have it. Then my interview went great. My interview was on that Wednesday. Early that Friday morning, I got the call that I got the job. I mean, when I tell you I was so happy. And then, the devil tries you. It makes he can get in your mind, especially if it's something you've been praying and manifesting for. He can definitely get in your mind to try to backtrack. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm talking to the HR on Friday, they're explaining what the position is going to require, the hours and everything. And I'm like, I'm already in a tight position, with me living in Nashville here in Tennessee. All of my family, well, what I would consider as my support, when it comes to me and my child, majority is in Kentucky, where I'm from. That's where majority of my family is. My dad, aunties, cousins, my brother, my sisters. That's where they are. And here in Tennessee, I have my great auntie. So, and I have my cousin here, but it can just be tough. Everybody has their own life and things. So when it comes to that, I was kind of like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, work the hours y'all are granted and everything, you want me to work. But then I got to thinking, wait a minute. I went through that whole process to pray for this job. And now I'm going to try to back out of it? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Not only that, it's something I've always wanted to do. It's in the field I went to school for and everything. I mean, it's been laid out on my plate. So the devil will definitely try you. And I got caught up in my thoughts and my feelings for a second on kind of just settling. And I've never been the one to just settle. I haven't. When it comes to anything. So I was just taken back for a minute, but then I got to thinking, wait a minute. As much as I done been through these past few years, me finally being able to be in a position where I've been fighting so long to get something that I really want, I'm really going to let it slip out of my fingers. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do everything that I can to make this work, especially for me and my child. Because this is who I'm doing it for. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a big opportunity for me and my child. I think about him and his well-being and his needs and everything that I go through. I consider him in everything. And so, with my new job, my start date's coming up very soon. So I've been trying to get everything in perspective, as to being able to do everything that needs to be done so I can do this new job. So far, everything is lined up. It's good. I'm actually, already taking steps to getting stuff done as far as my start date. And this is I'm just seeing it as a blessing. This is a blessing not only for me, but for my child. I'll be able to provide more for him, which I've always been a provider anyways. But this will give me that jump start. I really need to be able to do what's best for him and I. Things haven't always, been easy for me when it comes to being a single mama and having to take care of everything, take care of a lot, whether it's just been him with his sickness, him and his school situations, us just being away from family, period, it's been very challenging. Like, but now that I sit back and look on it, I appreciate everything that I've been through. I really do. I'm a very appreciative person. I'm very grateful, even for my downs, because 2 years ago I was nowhere in this position that I'm in now. And I just look back. On the things that, like I said, I've been through, and I'm just so grateful. I have overcome so much in the past almost 3 years. Actually, I'll say 4. I'll start from my mom's passing. Yeah, I'll start from then. So it'll be 4 years in February. The past 4 years have been extremely tough. From losing my mom, I wasn't even planning on getting all this deep into this, but it is what it is. I don't talk about losing my mom much. I just really don't. But from losing her in February of 2018 to finding out I have lupus of March 2019 to losing everything I've had in June of 2019, literally everything. I lost it all. I lost everything. It came to a choice where I had to I don't know if I really do. I want to talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. I had to choose between. It came down to the point where I had to choose between my medications to live, or to pay my rent. A lot of y'all might not even understand where I'm coming from with that. But I was in a position where I didn't have insurance at the time, so all of my medication was being paid out of pocket. When I found out I had lupus, my kidneys were failing. And so I had to make a choice. Either pay for this very expensive medications to continue to live on and try to be here on this earth to take care of my son, or take that money, which was all the money I had at the time, and pay my rent. And I chose my medication. So I'm not ashamed of it. At first I was, because I'm like, here I am battling this this condition that I have on a daily basis. I didn't even tell nobody about it except my family. They were the only ones who knew about it. But a lot of the personal things that I went through as far as health-wise and treatments and all that, nobody knows. Only the ones that's really close to me knows what I went through with that. As far as losing my hair the first time, I didn't go public about any of that. But I definitely was going through a lot. So like I said, I ended up choosing my medication instead of paying my rent, and I ended up losing everything. When I lost everything, at the time I was in a relationship and decided to move in with him. Now, let's get this straight. I've never been the one to live with somebody other than my mother. I've always had my own place since I was 18, since I was 18. Like I said, I've always had my own, always been able to pay my bills, and there's been certain times where I had to come home and stay with my mother because of certain things, like when I got pregnant with my son, high risk. I was in Nashville at the time and had to come back home. Because of that, I was bed rested and couldn't work no longer. At the same time, my mother was getting very ill, so I had a lot on my plate at that, pregnant, dealing with a high risk pregnancy, trying to take care of my mother as well, and was trying to work as well. It was just a lot. It was a lot. But like I said, I lost a lot from June of 2019 until November of 2019. And I'm going to tell you why November is so special to me. It is. November 19th, November 8th, it's my mother's birthday, matter of fact. November 8th of 2019, from June, July, August, September, October, November. So those 5 months after separating from my ex-boyfriend, my son and I lived in a shelter for 5 months. Not ashamed about it now because of the position I'm in now. But this is a part of my story. This is where I had to put my big girl panties on and get my shit together. Do you understand me? This is the point in my life where I was at my lowest, but I fought my ass off to get up out of it. I didn't just settle, I've never been the type to ask for help. I never asked for help. I didn't ask for sympathy. I didn't ask for any of that. It took my great auntie to set me down and spill the real on me about life. She did. She the one who gave me that boost to be like, all right, get up off your ass. It's time to get it done. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Your mama's no longer here. There's no time feeling sorry for yourself. Put them big girl panties on and do what you got to do for you and that baby. Period. She laid the law out on me. No sympathy, no nothing. Get up and get it done. Took me 5 months to do it. Those 5 months, I found out who Lacey was. I did. I found out what I was able to do. With just prayer and manifesting. So that November 8th, I got the call to go come up out the shelter and sign my lease, my new apartment for my son and I, to come up out the shelter. It took me 5 months to do it, but I did it. And that day I was proud. I was so happy. That was the first step, but I still faced challenges afterwards and still was dealing with health issues all the way through it. It was a lot. But I know my power. I know what I'm capable of. And going through that showed me. So even when I got in my place, I decided I'm still not going to just settle. I want to try something. I still want to, keep surprising myself. So 1 year later, exactly, my mother's birthday, that's why I say November is so special to me. The following year, November 8th of 2020, I launched my business. I went from being homeless to finding my place to launching my business. With the grace of God. Can't nobody tell me God ain't real. It was many nights I prayed and cried and was on my knees a lot of the times. But I was able to do it, and I sit back now, and here it is another year later. I just celebrated my 1 year anniversary for my business. Man. And it's still going. My business is still up and going. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful, and now I'm starting another chapter into growing and manifesting and doing what's best for my son and I. Like this new job offer, like I said, I prayed and manifested on it. And when I tell you God gives you things in His time, when time is correct, it's for you to be patient on the things you really want in life. If it's something you really want and you desire, pray on it, manifest it, do whatever it needs to be done, but let God work His magic. Let God do Him, because He would give it to you when He feels that it's right for you. At that time, if I would have got that job that I've been offered now back then, I probably wouldn't even be working it today. So as bad as I wanted that job back then, I'm grateful and thankful that God didn't give it to me until now. I'm thankful for it, because I knew I wouldn't have been able to keep it. If I was going through everything that I was going through back then, I wouldn't have been able to keep that job. So this is just my chance to, to keep building and keep, just trying to make a better living for my son and I. I'm still do, YouTube and everything, but it's just I'm just gonna have to fit it in somehow, because I'm gonna be working 2 jobs, running a business, and taking care of my son and home and everything else. So, and it's just me. But I've been through a lot. But as I sit down on it and think now, I'm grateful for everything that it's my birthday. It's my birthday. It don't even feel like my birthday. But it is. Hey y'all, and welcome back. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I know it was a little long, a little lengthy. I wasn't planning on, doing all that, but, it is what it is. So if you could go like, comment, and subscribe, I will greatly appreciate it. And I will be seeing you all very soon. I hope you all have a great holiday. Stay safe out there and continue to love one another. And until next time, see ya. Bye-bye.